Hi everyone, this will be a video that shows how to play Blood in the Clocktower online using Discord and using the Clocktower website. After explaining that, I will go over the basic rules of the game as well, so if you don't know how to play, stick around for those rules. If you know how to play but don't know how to use Discord, then I will explain how it all works online first before going into the rules, rather than doing sort of a mix of both. So firstly then, Discord. So we play Blood in the Clocktower using Discord and using the website, like I said. To join a game, you need to click on the server icon, which is the red imp token here. And then once you clicked on that, the server will come up, and you just need to click on the waiting room voice channel. You may already see people in the channel when you click on it. And then once you've done that, you'll be able to speak to the people in the waiting room. You don't need to do anything else. When the storyteller is ready, once everyone's clicked on, the storyteller will begin the game and move us to the town square voice channel, where they will then begin the game. Before the storyteller begins the game, they will post a link to this grimoire in the game chat text channel. Now, when you're in the server, it's a good idea to click on the game chat and have that open for the whole game, because it's where we, first of all, it's where the link is posted to the website, and it's where we can communicate with each other during the game. So if you need to chat to someone, you can tag them, or if you have any information you want to tell everyone, you can type it in here for everyone to see. So once you've clicked on the link, it'll take you to this game. It'll ask you, it might ask you to type in a code, or it might just chuck you in straight away, depending on the link. Once you're in, you just need to take your seat. So if I'm Rich, I just click on my name and claim seat will pop up. Click that and you will have taken your seat. A chair icon will come up. I don't know why it hasn't this time. Might be to do with the way I set it up. Or maybe it knows I'm not Rich, who knows. In more ways than one. But yeah, so click on your name, claim your seat, and that's all you need to do. Once that's done, the storyteller will start the game and send us all to sleep. When you're sent to sleep, you will be thrown into your cottage at the bottom here. Nobody else can see you or hear you in your cottage. If the storyteller needs to come and visit you in the night, they will do so, and when they do, it'll only be you and them in that conversation, and nobody else can hear you or see you. And then once the night phase is over, the storyteller will wake us all up by dragging us back to the town square, and then the first day will begin. Effectively, the game will begin. The storyteller will announce that they've died, and your job as the good player will be to try and find out who the demon is. So during the day, we will have private chats. And to do that, you arrange them verbally in town square. So you might, if you might say, "Oh, hey, Alex, do you fancy a chat?" I will say yes. We'll decide which of these rooms, private rooms, to go into, and then we'll both click on the room. So if we wanted to go into the graveyard, we'd both click on the graveyard, and then as you can see, I'm in the room there. You would do the same. And then once we're in a private room, nobody else can join. That's a strict rule. If you see people in a private room, you cannot click on it and join them. So it'll just be the two of us. You can chat in more than a group of two. You can chat in threes or any number, but it's typically a two-person chat. So there you'd share information. Obviously, if you're a good player, you can divulge what you are or any information you've received, or you can lie if you don't trust the person. If you're evil, then you'll absolutely be wanting to pretend that you're a good character and lie. Then once you're done with your chat, you can both click back onto the town square and then do the same thing again. If there should be other people in the town square, you can arrange to chat with them, and you just click on any room, it doesn't matter which one, and you'll be back in the room for another chat. And then again, once you're done, back to the town square. Okay, that's pretty much all you need to know about Discord. During the day, we will have nominations, and when a nomination happens, we will have this these clock hands in the middle of the square, and you will have two buttons in the middle that says hand up or hand down, and then you can click those as many times as you like. Your hand will sort of pop up on the circle here, and it only matters whether your hand's up or down when the clock hand reaches you once it happens. That's sort of a very brief overview of nominations, but essentially, as long as you're in your seat, you'll have two buttons that say hand up or hand down, and you click one of them to vote or not vote. So that's pretty much it in terms of what you need to know to play the game on Discord. I will just talk through a couple of things that the website can do. So first of all, if you want to look at the script, you can either press the letter R on your key, R for Romeo, or in the top here, you'll see a cog symbol. If you click it, some options will come up, and then if you click on the question mark, there we go, you can click on the reference sheet here. So either the letter R on your keypad or the reference sheet. If you click that, the script will come up. I've got a widescreen screen, so the characters are on two different sort of columns, whereas if your screen is a bit smaller, you'll have only one column here, and you can see all the characters, and you can see a description below of what they do, and then you can close it at the top. If you want to see the night order, again, you can click the letter N for November on your keypad, or click this night order sheet here, and it shows you the order in which the storyteller visits each character. This is whether they're in play or not. You have the first night, and then you have all the other nights. You can also change this grimoire. So the grimoire that you see, when I say grimoire, I mean the circle of seats here. Nobody else can see your screen or see what you do to it. So you can make changes on here and nobody else will be able to see them. So for example, let's just say I thought Lindsay was the mayor, for example. I really believed her. I could change her character on my screen to the mayor. I should point out that at the beginning of the game, all these circles will be blank apart from yours. When the storyteller sends us to sleep on the first night, your character will pop up. So if you are Amber, your character will pop up less than 30 seconds into the first night, and then all the rest will be blank, and you'll see yours, and then you can change any one of these characters if should you want to. Some people use pen and paper. I personally do use pen and paper, but you can use either or both. It doesn't matter. So that's pretty much it in terms of how it all works online. Like, as you can see, I use two screens. You don't have to use two screens. I find it easy to do so, but you could just use a laptop and keep flicking back and forth. You can also get Discord or the website, on a tablet or a phone. The website isn't brilliant on a phone. It's quite squashed and you can't really see everything sometimes. But for some people, it works okay. So yeah, you can use any combination really. You could use a laptop and a tablet, or a tablet and a phone, or I know people that use just a phone. I personally wouldn't, but it can be done. So that is it for how Discord works online. And now I'll just go over the rules of the game. I won't go through them in absolute great detail, but I'll give you sort of a basic overview of the rules. And I'll just keep the camera here for this one. So the rules of the game then. So first of all, you will be given a character. When we play online, that character will be sent to you at the beginning of the first night. It'll pop up on your screen. All of this will be blank. And in fact, I'll just clear everything now. Give me 1 second. And here's what I made earlier. So if you are Tom, you will see that you are the Undertaker. You'll be the Undertaker for the whole game. Obviously, your character token is blue, which means you're on the good team. If your character token was red, you'd be on the evil team. All the evil players know who each other are, and all the good players do not. If you look in the middle of the screen here, you'll see that this is a 10-player game. And in a 10-player game, you can see we have 7 townsfolk and 0 outsiders, which make up the good team. And we have 2 minions and 1 demon, which make up the evil team. There'll always be just the 1 demon, but these numbers change based on the number of players. But so these 3 players will know who each other are, and these 7 players won't. And if we're Tom, we are on the good team. The main evil player is the demon, this one here. And the demon will learn 3 not in play characters at the beginning. In other words, we call them bluffs, which the evil team can take and pretend to be that character. Obviously, if you're evil, it's absolutely imperative you don't tell the truth, that you always lie and pretend to be a good character. So I'll just talk through the sort of format of the game. The game is split into two phases: the night phase followed by the day phase. So we will have night 1 followed by day 1, followed by night 2, followed by day 2, etc. In the night, the demon will typically kill one player. This doesn't happen on the first night. On the first night, the storyteller dies, but from night 2 onwards, the demon will be able to kill one player. It's typically one player, and it'll almost always be a good player. There are certain scripts and occasions where the demon may be able to kill more than once, or where the demon may kill an evil player, or they may choose to not kill at all. If someone's already dead, they can pick a dead player to kill, and everyone will wake up and no one will have actually died in the night. And in the day, all the players will have a chance to chat, both privately, as I mentioned, in private chats here, and then as a town. So typically, the storyteller will give us X amount of minutes, usually between sort of 5 and 10, for private chats, and there you will have sort of one-on-one chats, typically one-on-one chats with people. And if you're good, I guess the goal of the game is to sort of share your information with people you trust and try and work out who each player is, to subsequently work out who the demon is and try to execute them in the day. And if you're evil, you want to sort of blend in, pretend you're a good character, and maybe throw some misinformation, throw some suspicion on people who are good to try and confuse the good team. Then after private chats are over, the storyteller will drag everyone back to the town square. We'll have a chance to chat as a group. And then once that's over, nominations will open. Now, you can nominate someone once per day, and you can be nominated once per day. If you're dead, you can't nominate anyone, but you can be nominated. There are sometimes occasions where it is beneficial for the good team to execute someone who's already dead, but that depends on the script and certain characters on the script. So if you nominate someone, you just say, I'd like to Alex nominates Rich, for example, and then Rich will be nominated. I will tell my reasons why. Rich will give his defense, and then everyone will vote on whether they want Rich to be executed. If Rich gets the number of votes that is equal to half the amount of alive players or more, so for example, there's a 10-player game here, everyone's alive, so if Rich gets 5 votes or more, he will be put onto the block. That doesn't mean he's going to die for definite. Someone else could nominate someone else, and if that person gets, say, 6 or more votes, that person will then be on the block and Rich will come off the block. If there's a tie, both players will come off the block and will be safe. Then after nominations, someone will likely get executed. For example, whoever's got the most number of votes is on the block. If no one else nominates nobody else, nominations will close. That person will be executed and will die, and execution will always end the day, regardless of how it happens. There are occasions where someone might get executed for a different reason, if they break madness, or if they're cursed by a witch, which is one of the minions, or something along those lines. Oh, sorry, witch curse is not an execution, I beg your pardon. My screen's gone off. Probably at the right time, it's telling me I've made a mistake and I need to slow down. Okay, I just want to talk about the win conditions as well, and being dead. So the win condition then, which is sort of the most important thing you need to understand in order to play, especially your first game, and the rest you can sort of learn as you go. So the win condition is, if there are only 2 players left alive and one of them is the demon, the evil team will win. Now, it doesn't matter who the other player is. The other player could be an evil player, a minion, or they could be a good player. It doesn't matter as long as the demon is alive in the last 2, then evil team will win. And the good team will win if they stop that happening. And to stop that happening, they need to kill the demon. And the only way to kill the demon, or pretty much the only way to kill the demon, is to execute them in the day, which is why we have nominations. It is quite common that the good team will execute a few good players, especially early game, on the way to executing the demon. That's perfectly normal. That happens a lot. It's sort of like collateral damage. But as long as you execute the demon before the game ends, in other words, before there's only 2 players left, the good team will win. And lastly, I just want to talk about being dead. So when you're dead, your any ability that you have no longer works. So if you're an ongoing information gatherer, that'll stop. If you have a passive ability, that will no longer be in play. So any ability you have just won't work. Like I said, you can't nominate, but you can be nominated. You can also no longer vote. However, you will have 1 vote remaining for the rest of the game. We call it a ghost vote or a dead vote. People usually save that until the final day. You can use it beforehand, but what usually happens is everyone who's dead will wait until the final day, wait until there's typically 3 players left, and it's at that point that the good team will definitely need to execute the demon, because if they don't, they'll lose the game. So usually everyone who's dead will save up their ghost votes, and the good team will make a final decision on who they think the demon is. Hopefully they'll be nominated, and then everyone will use their ghost votes and hopefully get that demon executed. That is pretty much it for the rules. And I hope this video has been helpful, and if you're thinking about joining us, please do so. Please do come along and say hello, give the game a go. We're a very friendly group, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you soon.